Hey guys, Chad Horrible Modeler here, and going to be getting started on a new project here. While the P-51 kind of really got, I don't know if you would say discouraged, but just kind of put off by the paint job that I did with the metallizers. I'm working on saving it, just dirtying it up with some washes and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe losing a little interest too. Really feel like lighting something, and been watching so many great builds out on YouTube that just I don't know, ready to start something else. So what I decided to do was resurrect my Defiant. Now, this is, of course, everybody knows the old USS Defiant here. I think it's 1/537 scale. And this is about the third or fourth model that I did a year and a half ago when I got back into modeling. And everything was lit pretty well. I've got the Don's Light and Magic lighting kit for it, which I'll show you guys that and maybe in some of the upcoming videos. But everything was painted, everything was coming together, and I just didn't know enough about modeling back then to deal with putting the two pieces together because they really don't fit too well, and I wasn't really confident in my skills as far as gluing things properly and putting out everything and making it look pristine because I saw some really great builds like from Jason Marshall and um, Jerry HDA and of course Trekworks. So the biggest problem with it, why I really got upset, was because I spent a lot of time painting the panels on it and they turned out pretty good, but when I went to pull up tape, paint came right with it all over the place. So what I've done is I soaked everything in simple green for 24 hours and scrubbed everything off. Uh-oh. Got a cat coming up here with me. So this is Spanky. Say hi, Spanky. Hi. Anyway, so scraped all the paint off of it. Went through and resanded a lot of things. I did a lot of stupid things like trying to drill for my like nav lights, like drill little half moons here and half moons on the other side and clamp those down around way too big of an LED. So um, what I've been doing is going along and cleaning up all that mess, refilling all that stuff with like epoxy sculpt and perfect plastic putty. I pulled all the wiring and lights out of it. I still got, my light block coat on there. I didn't scrape that off. I've been working pretty much like one half at a time. I haven't really done a whole lot to this. I want to go through and correct a lot of these windows that I drilled out that weren't even and try to clean those up a little bit. The other half, pretty much the same thing. I've been working. I got everything cleaned up and been doing the same thing with cleaning the edges and everything like that. These haven't been sanded down yet. I started doing some new mods that I wanted to do that I saw other people doing, and that was lighting up these vents or something back here. So I've hogged all that stuff out. I started some of the lighting, which is for the blue circles here, and basically just using um, a diffusion technique. I can't remember what they call it right now, where you basically just don't paint the underside there and let the light shine through. Um, so I built, some light boxes, got them all taped up on both sides, and got blue LED tape under there. And this is all just temporary here. So I'm working on another light box for the underneath of these vents here, and I just have some real thin styrene, uh, covered it in reflective tape, and then I'm going to mount my LED tape in on there, and then kind of do one of those, and cover it all up with more tape. I really didn't have a lot of mixing of the lights last time, so this might be overdoing it, but I really want. I mean, the Defiant is my favorite ship. I mean, it's just awesome. I love DS9, so I really want to try to do it some justice. I've got some good decals for it from JT Graphics and stuff that I never wasted, thank goodness. So um, I'm going to be doing just a base color and Tamiya surface primer, the gray. And then I'm probably going to do, instead of painting the panels on Starship Modeler, someone has basically built decal templates. So I'm probably going to uh, just do the decals on it. So I think that'll look pretty cool. Um, let's see, fiber optics, of course, I'm going to be doing. Uh, if you can see these holes here, I had like 5 millimeter LEDs sticking out back there, and it looked awful. So I filled those in, uh, drilled out like for some 1 millimeter fiber optic, and probably do the same thing here through the sides, and then beef up these sides a little bit, so that way when I glue the two halves together, I've got some backfill, basically some styrene right behind there sticking up, so that way I can shove a lot of putty in there to make everything meet pretty good. So let's see here. What else is going on with this thing? Um, there'll be LED tape for all the windows and stuff like that. I'm working on doing the impulse engines. So just got back from Lowe's. Got some tubing, a couple different sizes of some metal tubing, like 1/4 inch and 1/8 of an inch. Not sure what size I'm going to need, but can never go without that. So that'll be lit up. And no flashing or nav boards in this one. I really didn't want to spend the $40 because, like a lot of people know, throughout the different seasons and the one movie that the Defiant was in, there's really a lot of inconsistency as far as what's lit up, what's blinking, what's flashing, and everything, because you went from a studio scale model to CGI models in a couple different in the movie and stuff. So, and then like I said, the DLM kit will be in there, and everybody should know about this if you're interested in the Defiant. Clear Bussard collectors and replacement resin pieces for those, and for the nacelles. So I'm still getting those all cleaned up from my last bout of mischief with this thing. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are going right now. Like I said, it's just really about cleaning up still in that stage where I'm really cleaning up a lot of my past mistakes. But I'm still trying to move ahead as far as putting some lighting in it and stuff and get some progress going, because really once you get the lighting installed, this thing really just slaps right together, and then you got to work on all those seams. And then once that is done, I mean, it's really just, painting and putting those panel decals on. There's just like there's like a dozen parts, maybe less than that. So it should go pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens with all the lighting and stuff. It turned out cool before, so I think it's only going to be better now. And I'm really not changing much. I'm just going, like I said, a little bit more advanced with hogging out those vents and stuff and the fiber optics. But it's not like it's not like I'm lighting up a Jupiter 2 console or something with hundreds of strands of fiber optics. So that's really about it for now. So I will get this up and probably have another update maybe in a couple days or something. I plan on getting a lot of work done on it this weekend. Don't really have a lot going on, so we'll see what happens. So thanks a lot, guys, and happy modeling.